Hey you guys, it's Teresa with One Heart Bible Ministries, and today I hope you will join us because we're going to be journaling in Genesis and seeing what God has to teach us through that. I'm going to start out with a product here that I really enjoy. It's called Fine Line Masking Fluid Pen. I got the 20 gauge fine tip. I ordered mine off of Amazon, but I'm sure you can get it just about anywhere. But basically, we're going to write with this on our Bible page and then watercolor over it, and it will mask that area. So I'm going to start out right here and show you. Squeeze it gently and just write. Now you're going to write all of your words out and let it dry. I do not suggest that you use a heat dryer with it because what happens is it bubbles up and it kind of makes a mess if you do. So you need to let it air dry. Right, here's one that I have already done and air dried. So it is ready to roll. We're going to use watercolors and do kind of an ombre effect. So this week the Lord's brought me all the way back to Genesis, and y'all talk about a bad day. Mercy me, mercy me, mercy me. Joseph's brothers. Okay, so first thing is his brothers. First of all, the first thing they did is they stole his pretty coat his daddy had given him. Now, I mean, that's some fighting stuff right there, if you think about it. But no, they took his coat. They threw him in a pit, y'all. They threw him in a pit. Not only did they throw him in a pit, notice we are going right over this. Not only did they throw him in a pit, then they sold him. That's pretty, that is pretty extreme if you think about it. But they had some severe jealousy of their brother. And I am sure that if some well-meaning, godly person came along about that time and said to Joseph, you just need to trust God, I'm sure he probably would have been like, really? Really? They have thrown me in a pit and they have sold me, and you're telling me to trust God? This day just is not getting any better. But somehow, through it all, Joseph kept making the best of every situation. Now, even though he made the best of every situation, God used crazy situations to get him where he needed him to be. He had Potiphar's wife was after him, and even though he was making the right choices, she accused him anyway. He went to prison. I mean, it was just one thing after another. Until fast forward, I don't know, 15, 20 years, I don't know how long it was exactly. But fast forward, and there's this huge famine going on. Well, his brothers come looking for grain, and Joseph recognizes them. And y'all, instead, now he put them to test. He made sure they were sorry. And I believe that the Lord wanted to bring them to that point as well. But then he ends up revealing himself to them. And what he says in verse 8, he says, it was not you who sent me here, but God. So he recognized that all of the mess in his life had brought him to God's purpose at that time for saving his family. Okay, y'all, it is dry, and I have found this eraser my husband has. It is a true rubber eraser, and you can see it's a mess on the ends. I'm going to try to find an area that's pretty plain, and we're going to use it. You can use your finger. As a matter of fact, I think I'll do that just to make sure I don't tear this page. And you rub this stuff off, and what is left are your words. Isn't that fun? This is so much fun. So I've rubbed it all off, and one thing I like to do is go back with a pen and just outline just inside. Try not to get so much on the paint just because I don't want to ruin my pen. But I am putting in here, trust his plan, because even the bad stuff, y'all, even the bad stuff, even the unthinkable bad stuff is part of his plan. He's not working in spite of it. He's not working apart from it. He's working through it. And that will bring your trust to a whole other level, because nothing can thwart his plan for your life. He is capable of carrying out the whole thing. So trust, man, just trust. Now I'm going to put here, I'm going to use, love this little Tim Holtz ideology. I'm going to say trust his plan. I think I'll use the black ones, and I'm going to say even when you don't understand. Okay, now you guys, if you don't have these little words, I think they call them word fetty. If you don't have that, I do this all the time. I just go print it off on my computer and cut the words out. You can change your font, you can back it with another paper, whatever you want to do. But I'm saying trust his plan even when you don't understand. Now, here's one more thing. This made me think of that I dearly love, this Babby Mason song called Trust His Heart. And I may have mentioned it many, many times before. But it says, all things work for our good, though sometimes we can't see how they could. Struggles that break our hearts in two sometimes blind us to the truth. Our Father knows what's best for us. His ways are not our own. So when your pathway grows dim and you just can't see Him, remember, you're never alone. God is too wise to be mistaken. God is too good to be unkind. So when you don't understand, when you don't see His plan, when you can't trace His hand, trust His heart. And it has some wonderful verses, but I wanted to use this in here as a reminder. So I've got a piece of scrapbook paper here, and I'm just going to glue this on. I printed it off. And I'm just going to glue the song in here because I love it. It's one of my favorites, and this is just a perfect spot for it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it kind of cattywampus. All right. And then I'm going to take this, and I know, yes, I know that this is right over the edge, but we're going to fix that. So I'm going to use this washi to outline it. If y'all haven't joined our Facebook group, we're really, we're kind of small getting started, but we really want to be a body of Bible journaling believers that want to come up with different ways to spread people getting into and enjoying the Word and sharing the Word with other people. We've got a mission project going on. I would encourage y'all to go watch the video that says One Heart Bible Mission Challenge 2, because we've just started a new one. And we do a traveling Bible, a Sisterhood of the Traveling Bible in small groups that I have a lot of information on. All of that's also on this YouTube channel, so if you hit subscribe and the bell, you'll be notified of all of our updates for our missions and our groups. Our Facebook group is called One Heart Bible / Bible Journaling. So look us up. Join us if you would. Tell your friends about it. And y'all don't realize, okay, that when you hit the like button, when you go down below and you make a comment, all of those things encourage YouTube to promote this channel and this ministry. So all of those things help out so much. Plus we get to know each other, and that's really cool. Now I'm going to use, I cut this out, y'all, just big enough to be over the words. Okay, because I still wanted this to show. And I'm going to use this. I think I got this at Tuesday morning. And it is a double-sided tape. I'm going to use this to put my tip in. So what I'm telling you from this lesson, what do we learn? We learn that regardless of what's going on in our life, God's in control. He is in control, and He's working it all according to His purpose for our good. And that is, to me, so much to trust Him for. You know? Now, I've still got some room if I wanted to do some journaling up there, but I'm loving the way this turned out because this means so much to me, and the story means so much to me. I will underline the verse that says, "So it was not you who sent me here, but God. Oh, my stars." So the wrong turns you take, you never know. The wrong turns you take might be keeping you from a wreck. The having to change lines at the grocery store might be because you need to speak to the person that was in front of you in the other line. We need to be aware of where God is putting us and why He might be putting us there. And we need to trust that it is all according to His plan. I love y'all so much. Please comment below and hit the like button if you want to see more of these videos. And hope y'all have a blessed week. Bye.